Okay, so now we're going to graph number 7. What we'll do is we'll put this into our calculator and see what it looks like. I've got x over x squared minus 4. So I'll do y equals, clear that out. I've got a rational equation, so it's a fraction. So I've got x over x squared minus 4. All right, and I'll graph that and see what it looks like. So notice I have 2 vertical asymptotes. All right, there's one there and there's one there. All right, there's one at positive 2 and one at negative 2. Those are my 2 vertical asymptotes. All right, and that's because if I look over here at my denominator, if I'm going to factor x squared is x times x, and then 4 is also a perfect square, right? 2 times 2, so I'm going to have plus 2 and minus 2. All right, and so what values would make the denominator 0? Right, my vertical asymptotes, they make the denominator equal to 0. Well, that would be x equals negative 2 and x equals positive 2. Right? If I put a negative 2 plus 2, that's going to be 0. And if I put 2 minus 2, that would be 0. Okay, so my vertical asymptotes are negative 2 and a positive 2. So there's one, right? And there's the other one. Those are my vertical asymptotes. X equals 2 and x equals negative 2. Okay, and I could just see that on the graph. Right? You see where where it goes up and down at the same time, because that's what you're trying to divide by 0. You can't divide by 0. Okay? Well, and then if we look at what's happening in between there, all right, if we look at our horizontal asymptote, it would be the end behavior, right, as you go left and right. Okay, and that's at y equals 0. Okay, as I go to the right, as x goes to positive infinity and x goes to negative infinity, y is going to 0. So that would be my horizontal, actually that's the end behavior. All right, it's approaching that. X equals, not x, that's horizontal, that's y, right? Void, right? Void, so that's going to be y equals 0. Okay, so we've got, for our horizontal asymptote, we've got y equals 0, because that's as you go to infinity, right, it's approaching 0. Oh, and let me look at that picture, see which way it was going. Basically, we're just copying what's on the graph here. So this is not a big deal. I've got, so it was up here. Yep, do I have that backwards? Let me look again. It is going like this, right? Let me erase this so I can see better. All right, I'll go left to right. So it's below, it's negative, and it goes all the way negative. So I'm negative, and then I go all the way negative, right? And then it was positive, and it crosses at 0, and then goes all the way negative. So then it comes positive here, goes through the origin, and then goes negative here. All right? And if this is going negative, I can tell that this has to be the other side. Oopsie daisy. So if that's going negative, then if this is going down to infinity there, then that's going to be going up, so it goes like that. Okay, and that's just copying from the picture. Okay, so I've graphed it, so I have x on the top and then the x squared on the bottom. And that's also how you can tell. Notice that you've got x divided by x squared, x to the first, right? So my denominator, it has a bigger exponent, all right? So that's another way I know that my horizontal asymptote, y goes to 0. All right, if you have a big denominator, you're going to 0. If you divide something up into millions of pieces, they get smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, so that is that picture. So if you're asked to graph and you're given the equation, just put it in the calculator and draw the graph.